It's Jen from Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be your reading for all of the signs for the time period around Friday, August 23rd, 2019. Everything will be time-stamped in the description in the first pinned comment so that you can hop to your moon and rising signs because it's a general reading, so it'll give you a touch more clarity. You can find me on Instagram at Not So Mystical Tarot and NotSoMysticalTarot.com if you'd like a personal or a private reading. Otherwise, let's just get to it. We're going to start with Aries. Aries has the Hermit. Let's find out why. And the Ten of Swords. Okay, it looks like you could have experienced a little bit of disappointment. Let's get you adjusted better here so you can see. There you go. Move you back. A little bit of disappointment here. Now, the thing with this Ten of Swords, don't get all worked up over it because sometimes this is disappointment where something like needs to end, and 10 is the end of a cycle. So you know what, whatever this disappointment was, it could have taken you back a little bit and put you in a place where you thought, you know what, I just need some time to process this, and that's really okay. But do know that whatever this disappointment was, it's done and over with. You know, take your time away, lick your wounds, you know, deal with this however you need to deal with it. I do think time away is probably the best way to deal with it, but take that time away, do all of that stuff, and then it's done. Because once you get to this Ten of Swords point, it's over. This problem, this worrying about the problem, this perseverating over the problem alone, that kind of thing is done and over with. So you do need to let it go. Now, you have two cards coming up with this. First one is the Devil. And the Devil, don't get freaked out again. This is not like oogly boogly scary stuff. The Devil is just old patterns, old behaviors, old things. And that leads me to believe that this thing was something that resurfaced continually. It just kept kind of coming up. And now it's done. I mean, of course, it's your choice. You can dig it back up if you want to and continue to repeat this process, but this is your opportunity, I think, here through this time alone to let it go. So that's what you have to decide is, do I want to dig this up and keep perseverating over this, whatever this thing was, or do I want to just be free of it once and for all and let it go? These people here, you see that they are chained up, but like they could just walk away. They choose to stand there, and that's the thing. That's about being stuck in old patterns. So you have a choice to make. And then you also have the Eight of Cups that comes up with this. And the Eight of Cups is about walking towards something better. So when you walk towards something better, these kind of things just get left behind. You see them just getting left behind. You don't see him walking backwards, right, facing these things. He's just like, yeah, I'm going to go do something different. I'm not going to do this anymore. And you know what? I think that's what we're saying here is it's just time to turn and burn. Time to go. This is not for you anymore. It served its purpose. It's come to an end, and now time for you to move on. So there you go. Heading into the weekend, right? All right, we're going to go on to our Taurus. What do we have for Taurus? What do we have for Taurus heading into the weekend? Taurus. Eight of Swords, Taurus, along with the Seven of Wands. Okay, here it looks to me like there's a situation in your life currently that is highly aggravating to you, and because of that, you are like, la 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 la, this is not happening. And you have two choices to make when you have the Seven of Wands with that. This is a prison of our own making. Like, we're just like, I can't deal with this, I don't care, I'm not interested, whatever. But the thing is, you gotta at some point not just, you know, la la la, this isn't happening. But here you go. You've got these six people down here. I call these the gutter people. See how far down the hill they must be to be sticking these sticks up at you? And then you have you, and you're up on top of the hill. So you're on this kind of high vibration. You got these gutter people down here who are kind of like I said, you're just like, I don't want to deal with this. This is so annoying. But the thing is, you're going to have to. And notice here, he's got this rod. Rods are action. Do you see him running down the hill to argue with these people, to clack around? No, he's just like, he's putting up his rod more in a defensive, like, no thank you. He's not running down the hill. You don't see him stabbing at these people. He's just like, no thanks. The thing is, you have to take the blindfold off. You don't have to run down the hill and engage with these people, but you do have to make at least a demonstration of I'm uninterested to make them, you know, go away or focus on someone else or some other situation. Ooh. Okay, you have the Empress coming up here. So this is the thing. When you choose to do this like la 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 la, this isn't happening. you shut yourself off to everything, to the gifts that you have. And the Empress, she gives the gift of herself. So while you're sequestering yourself away because you don't want to deal with these losers down here, you are also sequestering the gifts of you away, the sharing that you have, the normal interactions you have with people where you really, you really change their life because you come into it. So, instead of letting these people control how you distribute the gifts that you have through the universe, it's really up to you to put up that rod and say, yeah, no thank you, I'm not interested. Now, the other card that comes up here is the Tower, and I love the Tower, so don't get freaked out about this. The Tower, this is saying, listen, you want to be proactive, not reactive, and I wear a Tower necklace all the time. I love it, and here's the deal. You know what? You know this is happening, right? So, like, you can either march over there and go, listen, I've had enough. I'm not doing this with you. Leave me alone. Or you can kind of, like, hide over here and be like, it's not really happening. It's not really happening. And eventually they charge up the hill and just, ruin your day, and you have no choice but to fully engage with these people. So that's what I'm saying is when the Tower comes up here, I say, you know what? Make the choice. Take the blindfold off. March over there and go, I've had enough. Stop. I'm not doing this with you. You're out of line. I'm done. And be done with it. And that way you head off this blow up at the past. And I prefer when the Tower comes up to be proactive much rather than reactive, because it's on my timeline then and not somebody else's. So there you have it. All right, we're going to head to our Geminis. What do we have for Gemini? A couple cards for Gemini. Gemini, we've got the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Swords. Okay, Gemini. You have two choices here. You have a situation brewing, obviously, and you have two choices here. You can turn and walk toward what really serves you, and when that happens, this kind of other stuff just gets left behind, or you can pretend it's not happening. So I don't know which one I feel like you are currently ignoring the situation, like maybe it will go away. But part of you knows that you're going to have to make a choice here. It's going to be up to you to make a choice. You do have the Five of Cups coming up, so I feel like this is why this is personal. You have the Three Cups spilled out here, and then you've got Two Cups here that are turned upright. So you have a little bit of hope, but I think that your fear in turning and walking toward what is for you is in what you will leave behind, because you do have these three spilled cups. And of course, whenever you do things that are for you solely because you need to like take care of yourself, there's always someone who's disappointed, or some faction or some part of your life. There's always some people that you kind of leave in the dust, and they're disappointed because you're not going to like probably play their game anymore. You know what I mean? Like that just kind of happens. So I feel like I'm hearing you're ready to come out of hiding. Like whatever this is that's gone on or is going on, you've ignored it for a pretty long time here, and you've been able to kind of like, it's not really happening, I'm not really going to do this, and now you're like, that's it, I'm done, I'm going to go do what I got to do and let the chips fall where they may. And that's what happens because you have these Two Cups here that are like, these are the good things, and that's kind of what you're going for, and the other stuff you're just like, I'm done. The other cards you get here, and I love this because I kept hearing like, it's time to come out of hiding. You have the World, and the World speaks of all the opportunities that you have or that you're missing. The longer you stay here, like, I don't see this, whatever's around me isn't happening, you're missing the good things that are around you too. So by you coming out of hiding, by you extricating yourself from this prison of your own making, you open up all these opportunities. And that's what you're walking toward, right? You're walking toward something new. You're walking toward the things that are for you, and it opens up all these opportunities. So deep thoughts on the weekend here. We're going to head now to our Cancers. What do we have for Cancer? Cancer, we've got the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. All right, Cancer, this is it seems like you have been through something. I think you've been through a little bit of a something, and you let it kind of wobble you a touch, and you're starting to get rebalanced, but it feels to me like there's a little bit of drama surrounding it, and it's time to make that stop. Maybe it's being dragged out, perhaps, this recovery period of maybe what someone has done to you or how they have wronged or hurt you, and it's causing you to feel this need to like rebalance yourself, which is perfectly okay, but it is time to get on with it. The Knight of Swords is about nights bring energy, and this is your logical, intelligent energy, and it's about making decisions and making them quickly. So you can decide to continue to be wobbly and not quite balanced out yet, or you can go, okay, I'm going to handle my business. I'm going to get myself back in order. I'm going to stop torturing whoever it was that hurt me with I feel like a little guilt and drama, not beating you up. I have a Cancer moon, okay? When somebody hurts me, I want to make sure they know it. In for a while. I get it, but you know what is the freaking point of that, really? There is no point to it. And funny that this is the card that comes up here, the Five of Wands, the original time waster card of the universe, okay? So dragging out you getting yourself back in order and balancing your own personal needs out and balancing your own life out is just a complete waste of time. It's not serving anyone. So stop. Just get it together. You've got here this Knight of Swords saying, you know exactly what you need to do, so do what you have to do. Get yourself in order. Go live your life. Have fun. You know, you don't have to carry this on. Everybody knows I feel like everybody knows what happened. Everybody knows who was wrong. And that's that, okay? And I love this too. The card that comes up here with this is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is all about the rules, okay? And like this is about making swift decisions. And here you have the rules. The rules according to like what is right, what is wrong, what is a waste of time, and what is not. This is a whole thing about let's just get it together. If you're holding a grudge against someone, or you are feeling like you have been wronged and you want to make sure everybody knows how wronged you were, you know, don't get mad at me. Like I said, I have a Cancer moon. So like this is the darkest part of my personality, right? But you know what? Let it go. You got better things to do. You got more stuff to do. It's the weekend. Take a deep breath and let it go. Go do something fun, okay? With your newly balanced self. All right, we're going to move on to our Leos. What do we have for Leo here? Heading into the weekend, Leo. We have got the Emperor and the Six of Pentacles. All right, Leo. Oh, I don't know why I'm feeling like this heavy thing that's going on here, but maybe you have worked so hard lately. I think that's what it is that you're like, it's almost like it's like you've reached the top of the mountain and you're like, oh, you got it. You're there. I feel like you have arrived. That's kind of what I'm hearing. You've got the Emperor signaling, yeah, you're here. You've done the things you wanted to do. Now what? And I think that is the heavy feeling is like, now what? Well, now what is that you have this abundance here. Now it's time for you to turn and pay that back. Not necessarily to the people that helped you, but to maybe people who do need a hand. And I love that Six of Pentacles and that in this deck with that whole pay it forward sort of philosophy. Like it's time, you know, like you've made it. You know, you have come into your potential. And now what? Now it's time to what? Help somebody else, okay? The other thing too, you've got this Four of Swords coming up. And the Four of Swords, you'll notice, is like meditation. Taking a step back and looking at everything logically. I think, like I said, I feel like you have come through something that was pretty major, or you've come to a very major benchmark in a goal that you are headed toward, and you're like, whew, you know what, it's time for a little bit of a rest. Kind of look back over your progress, look at where you've been, look at where you are now, look at how far you have come, and maybe what your next step is. But in the meantime, you do have the opportunity to pay it forward. And this doesn't necessarily mean, and I always say this, like writing checks. This could be spending a half an hour on the phone with somebody who wants to do what you've done and they don't know where to start. This could be just listening to somebody who's got a problem, volunteering somewhere, picking up garbage, I don't know, whatever you want to do, whatever it is that spurs you on to continue to do this kind of stuff. You also have the Strength card, and you know what? I know exactly why this is here, because the Strength card in this situation is, it's a quiet strength. It isn't, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm volunteering. This is about keeping it kind of under wraps and being the strong and amazing person that you are, but only to benefit someone else, not to benefit you. And I think you know what I mean. You know, there's always those people who, you know, they like to get on TV and show you all the things they're doing for everybody. You know what I mean? Like they do it just for the recognition, and I don't feel like you're like that at all. And it just highlights that Strength card just highlights your quiet determination and your strength in that kind of a situation. So I think it's going to be a wonderful weekend for you, Leo. But do take a little time and rest, okay? Please take a little time and rest. You've been through it. All right, headed to Virgo. What do we have for Virgo? Oh, This one flying out, 9 of Swords, Virgo, not a surprising thing, and Justice. Okay, heading into this weekend, Virgo, I think you have just worried yourself into infinitum about a million different things. And you know what, Virgo, that's not really too far out of your realm. You know, you're very conscientious, extremely hardworking, and that's just kind of what you do. But you know what? It also signals here with the Justice card, you've got the Swords repeating. Here, this is the every waking moment that I have, I'm thinking and perseverating over something that's stressing me out, okay? And you know what? You wouldn't be a Virgo if you weren't slightly stressed out, because I'm married to one, and so I can say that. And so many of my very dear friends are Virgos, so I can say that. But, and I love the Virgos. God, you guys work so freaking hard. But anyway, so you've got this, whatever you're thinking about, project, you know, deadline, something is on your mind, but it all comes to justice. Do you not love that it all comes to justice? You've got the Sword right here saying, listen, and I do feel like with this, a lot like the Judgment card, you have done everything that you can do. I mean, Virgo, if anybody's going to cross their T's and dot their I's, it's you. You've done all the right things. You always choose to do the right things, and you've done them. So you know what? Justice will be served, and it will all come down to everything just the way it's supposed to be. Now, you've got 2 cards that came up. You have the 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands is a time waster. Worrying about any of this anymore is a huge, incredible waste of your mental agility and your time. And same thing, because justice is going to be served anyway. So worrying about it is just a freaking waste of your time. I know it's hard to not worry about it, but please try to do something productive, because worrying is not it. And you have the 2 of Wands coming up. It's time to now start to turn from this worry and all of that and make new plans. These don't have to be like, over the next 10 years, I'm doing this. This can be like, hey, you know what, in September, I want to accomplish this. Or, geez, in the next month, I want to do these things. Or the next couple of weeks, I want to make sure I do these couple things. It's about turning and beginning something new. And that's where you are headed, Virgo. So use this weekend to kind of decide what it is you are going to do moving forward, okay? All right, we're going to head to our Libras. What do we have for our Libras? Libra, oh my goodness, 9 of Swords, Virgo just got that, and the 10 of Swords. All right, Virgo, yeah, I'm all flustered. Okay, Libra, here's the deal. 9 of Swords, you are worrying about something. Something is on your mind. Like, you're just thinking about it. It's rolling around constantly in your thoughts. Here's the deal. It's already said and done. Whatever this is, it's done. Stick a fork in it. It's over. There's no more point in worrying about it. I'm feeling like some of you are worrying about what other people think. I don't know why. You are the Swords, first of all. So you have a tendency to overthink. I'm an air sign as well, just like you guys. We have a tendency to overthink, to perseverate on things for just forever and ever and ever, and to drive ourselves absolutely batshit over them. But look it's done. So whatever it is you're worrying about, it's over and done. I don't necessarily think that this 10 of Swords in this situation is bad. I just think it's saying it's done. Like, stop. It's over. Let it go. And then here you have the 6 of Swords, which is saying get out of there. Enough. You have worried, you have been stressed out, you have done all the things that you can do, and you know what? It's a freaking huge waste of your time. So whatever it is that you are worried about and you are thinking about and you're waking up in the night worrying about, you know what? It's already done. It's over. So I'm hoping you can just get in this boat and leave and just like be done with it. You know, go from this place of like stomach churning worry to like, you know what? I don't give a shit anymore. I don't care, because it's over and done with, and I'm done with it. It could be like a relationship that went wrong, maybe something that you said, a faux pas you made at work. You know how you do something like that and you're like, and then you just think about it and beat yourself up. I feel like it's something like that. So you know what? Get in the boat and move away from it, because it's done. And I know it's hard to do that, but it is worth it and you deserve it. And if you didn't have enough swords here is the King of Swords. And the King of Swords says, yeah, stop it. The King of Swords is completely and entirely unemotional. And he's like, this is ridiculous. Whatever you're worried about, it's done and over with. So why are you worried about it? It's done. It's over. Stop it. Just stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. It's done and it's over, and there's nothing else to do but get in your little boat and leave. And that's the thing with the King of Swords. He does not make any concessions for your emotions or how you feel or how other people feel or what people might think. He doesn't care, because the decision is logical. If it's over and done, it's over and done. Time to let it go. I don't mean to be harsh. Watch your moon and rising, okay? I don't mean to be harsh, but sometimes these things just come through and they're intense. All right, we're going to move on to Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, what do we have for our Scorpios? Scorpio. Queen of Cups. You get this all the time in the High Priestess. Scorpio, first of all, you are the cups, you are water signs, you are gentle. I'm hearing delicate. Somebody's feeling delicate. Delicate, like not in the good way. Delicate in the I can't do any more way. And, you know, I know you guys have gotten her quite a bit lately in some of the other readings. And here's the deal with her. In this deck, I point this out. Look at her face. Yes, the Queen of Cups is the nurturer. She is the nurturer. She takes care of everybody. She's the best mom. She's the best aunt and cousin and sister. And you know what? She's the best at exhausting herself and being super tired and super aggravated and super martyred out. Like, enough already. You got the High Priestess here, most intuitive card in the entire deck, so you already know this. You just don't know how to address it, and that's the thing. It is time right now, Scorpio, I'm telling you, for some self-care. You have put yourself out for everybody and everything, even maybe for your own, you know, business or your own family or things that are important to you, but like enough is enough is enough. Like, it is time this weekend for some self-care. I feel like you do not need to be out running all over the place this weekend, whether it's grocery shopping or going out to the bar or doing whatever you want to do. You do not need to be out this weekend. I feel like this is a weekend of self-care, and intuitively you already know this. Now, you got 3 cards that flew out here. You have strength. This is going to take a lot of strength for you to say no to other people and say yes to yourself. That's what's going to happen this weekend. You need to say no to all these other people. Your aunt that needs you to do her grocery shopping. You know, your so-and-so needs you to help with this, and somebody else needs moving and they want your help, and somebody else wants to keep you on the phone for 4 hours. No. It is going to take all of the strength you have. You don't need to be, this is why we have the quiet strength. You don't need to be all angry about it, at least on the outside. Just, oh, I just can't this weekend. Thanks so much for thinking of me, but I'm really busy. Sorry. Click. Gotta go. Okay? Really important that you use that strength that you have, that quiet, confident, fully, you know, like that strength that never has the lack of decorum. You know what I mean? No cursing, no swearing. Just, oh, thank you for thinking of me, but I just couldn't. That gracious, beautiful strength that you have. And you have the 4 of Swords, which says, you know you need to step back from everything, evaluate what's really important, and that's it. That's it. This weekend is about you and nobody else. And just in case you were wondering if you didn't think about this all the way through and maybe your intuition wasn't really dead on, well, guess what? You have the High Priestess again. So there you go. Your intuition is on. You absolutely know this is the deal. You may not want to admit it because, you know, you do like to help people and you do like to be everything to everyone all the time. But you know what? That identity gets super old, doesn't it? So, you know what? I want you to be everything to you this weekend. That's what I want you to do. Be everything to you, not to everybody else. Stand up for yourself, please. Okay? All right. Going to move on to our Sagittarians. What do we have for our Sagittarians this weekend? Weekend of the 23rd of August, 2019, Sagittarius. 6 of Wands. You are the Wands, so I like that. And the Knight of Cups. Let's just throw some emotion in there. It looks to me like you have come out the other side of something and you have seen a modicum of victory. I'm not saying that you're like on top of the world, but you're like, okay, I can work with this. Now you have this weird emotion thing happening, and I wonder if it's because this victory, you feel like you're leaving some people behind or leaving someone behind, a job behind, a person, a group, whatever it is. There's some emotion that comes attached to this victory. Knights are bringers of energy, and this is he's bringing you this big, giant wad of emotional woo-woo energy, and that's what I feel like is this victory is bittersweet. Whatever it is, it's a victory for you, but maybe not for people around you or whatever. Or you may, like I said, maybe you are leaving a job to do something different. I don't know what it is, but the victory is what you wanted, but you feel a little weird about it. Really deep down, you're actually happy about it, but some part of you is telling you, well, maybe you should feel bad. That's really what it is. You have the 9 of Wands coming up here. 9 of Wands is about hesitation. So it's like you're thinking, you know, if I take this next step, you know, I'm victorious here. Should I just stay here? Because, like, here's good, right? Like, I'm victorious. I got the wreath. I'm doing my thing. You know, people are like, yay. Should I just stay here? But there's a part of you that wants more. And I know that. And so you have this Nine of Wands and you're like, well, if I take on more, will it be too much? The Ten of Wands, guy, hunched over or carrying all the sticks. If I take on something else, if I turn from this, will I no longer be victorious? And now I'm back in the struggle. I mean, do I really want to do that? Of course you do. You know you do. You just don't want to take the risk, You also have the Hanged Man popping up here. And that's about looking at everything just a little bit differently. And that's the thing here. You can look at it as a risk. I think you already are past this. You already know there's a risk involved, but there's this part of you that's like, you're a fire sign. And part of you is going, you know what? I want more of this. And I want bigger and more of this. So I'm gonna do that. Even though, like I said, you feel a little weird about it, but that's like some kind of old nagging like guilt thing that's going on. And I think you're just gonna release that anyway. So this weekend, release that guilt, enjoy the victory, but start planning your next step and don't be afraid to take it because it's gonna present itself to you, I'm pretty sure. All right, let's head to our Capricorns. Capricorn, what do we have going on for our Capricorns? You have got the King of Pentacles. I love that since you're the Pentacles, right? And the King of Swords. Boom. Okay, Capricorn. Whatever you have been working on, wow, it's here. It's here. You are seeing the King of Pentacles. I mean, his world is in order. He is also like a fantastic like boss, co-worker, not really co-worker. He could be a colleague in the same industry as you, but like this is, career, money, finance, physicality, whatever it is, you are like, boom, you are on it. I mean, you are on it. And the one thing I'm hearing here is don't work really hard, work really smart. You've got this King of Swords, and the King of Swords is all logic. And I think that's coming through loud and clear here is, yes, your hard work has paid off. I mean, bam, it has paid off, but don't work hard just to work hard. Work smart, okay? The King of Swords is all logic. He's like, does this make sense? Does that make sense? What is the bottom line here? And in business, when we come to this, and even in our environment and physicality, it's the bottom line. What is the bottom line? That's what you have to look at here. How am I going to really achieve that, that bottom line that I'm looking for? How am I going to get there? How am I going to get there? And that's the thing. Like I said, I think you need to work smarter, not harder, okay, on whatever this is. Like, you've gotten to a certain level of success to move forward. Now you've got to use your brain. Your brawn has gotten you this far. Now you got to engage your brain. And luckily you are very logical and you can do that. Here you have the Ten of Swords coming up, and that's what I'm saying. There is something that you have been doing which has gotten you where you are, but it's now done. And so whatever that was, it's time to move away from that and move on, because it served its purpose. But like I said, we're at this point, and your theme this weekend is work smarter, not harder. So whatever is making you just work super hard, it's really not, it's done. It's just done and over with. That's all it is. It's just done and over with. And what you have coming up here is the Two of Pentacles, which is a rebalance. So it looks like you will have to let go of something that is causing you to work hard, not necessarily smart, so that you can continue on this path that you're on. But you will have to balance things out again, because anytime there's any kind of major shift, that happens. But you know what? You are in a good place. You are doing the right stuff. And I'm very excited to hear what you have going on, because that is just an awesome reading for the weekend. But I think this weekend, like I think I told Scorpio too, you do not need to be out running around this weekend. This weekend, you need to address this whole issue that we've been discussing and move on from there. You do not need to be out running all over, taking care of other people. This is important, and you need to address this issue for yourself, okay? All right, moving to our Aquarians. What do we have for Aquarius? Heading into the weekend. You've got the Eight of Pentacles, so you can just keep right on working along. And the Ten of Pentacles. I love this for you, Aquarius. You have been working on a bunch of stuff, and you're diligently working. And you know what? What is beautiful about this, Aquarius, is that you're not working so that you can just get a bunch of financial success and so that you can just prove to everybody that you're really awesome. you're just working because you dig it. And I mean, look at that. You know, his face is just like, la, 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 la. It's almost like he's oblivious. Like, he's just working along, and he's just being freaking ragingly awesome, and all these pentacles are piling up everywhere, and he's like, yep, I just really dig what I'm doing. He doesn't even realize that everybody else is going, wow, that's really awesome, you know, really cool. He's like, yeah, whatever. He's just doing his thing. And, you know, look at what happens as a result of that hard work. You know, get involved in your passion, Aquarius, and you just keep right on doing you like nothing is different. All right, just keep doing you like there's nothing different going on. Yeah, because that's just awesome. And look what you have, the King of Cups. Like I said, you're just happy doing what you're doing. You don't really need anybody's attaboys and, oh, good job, buddy. You don't need any of that. You don't even care. You're just doing your thing, and it is going to provide you with a serious amount of success. Look at this. King of Wands comes up with it. King of Wands, charismatic. That's the thing. When you emerge from this like little cocoon that you're in of like all your hard work, and you hit this level of success where people are like, wow, you're doing great. Oh my gosh, you know, or wow, that's awesome, or wow, look at you. You're going to be like, oh yeah, look at me. Damn, you know, like when you stop and actually take a look and evaluate, you're going to be like, I am pretty cool. I followed my passion. King of Wands follows his passion. He does whatever he wants, and he is successful, and people cannot help but just be totally down with his vibe. So you just keep doing you, Aquarius. This weekend, if people want to interrupt your flow, just be like, yeah, thanks anyways. I'm pretty good. I'm just going to doing this over here, okay? We're going to end up with our Pisces. What do we have for Pisces? The Sun. I love that card. The Sun and the King of Wands. All right, Pisces, this is about you taking a deep breath. I feel like, oh, I need a deep breath here. It's about a rebirth, and it's about a different direction in your life, because this is a brand new start, a brand new way of doing things. And then you've got this King of Wands who is like super, super charismatic and very, very highly successful. So now you not only have this brand new start, but here you have the Page of Swords. Now, you want to be smart, okay? This is pages bring messages, and this message is to use your head. You have this brand new start. You have this ability to take yourself all the way here by following your passion, getting to this King of Wands moment, taking yourself to all the way here. Be smart about it. Don't squander this chance. You're getting a chance to do something really amazing. Do not squander it. And then you also have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is about your wishes and dream kind of coming true. Like, I mean, major success coming toward you. So you use your head. Take advantage of this brand new start. Take advantage of this potential that's right here, and don't let anything deter you. Don't let anything stop you. Just be logical. Use your brain, use your head. Do not use your heart. You do not see any cups here. There is no emotion in the middle of this. This is a brand new start for you. You're going to be smart about it. You're going to focus on what you want out of this brand new start, and you're gonna go and get it. Okay, you follow your passion, you do what's right for you, and you stay logical, Pisces. All right, I will talk to you all soon. Thank you so much for watching.